To be inquisitive seems to be a human trait that we can all relate to. Even though human individuality is something that makes each of us unique, humans have much more in common than normally meets the eye. Within each one of us is the capacity to ascend to the heights of spiritual knowledge. You don't have to be born with any special gift, belong to any special type of family or community, nor is there the need to go to any special type of school. All you must do is have a desire to seek this path out with a sincere and open heart. There is an ancient universal law among esoteric students that the knowledge due a seeker cannot be withheld. And it is to those who seek this esoteric knowledge for their personal spiritual development that we devote our time and effort. The ancient holy rishis of India, the Gnostic masters, and the pagans knew nothing of this type of knowledge. We're passionately aware of the world that lies beyond our mere physical senses. They knew themselves to be one and the same with that world. They knew that the forces, for example, that shape the clouds, were the same forces that shaped our minds and souls. Spiritual forces that were readily known to the people of the ancient world still lie within each one of us. But knowledge and awareness of these forces has remained hidden from the public for thousands of years, and so these forces lie in a dormant state, aching to be awakened. From the beginning of human existence, millions of years before the dusty 6,000-year-old tomb of our recorded history, a form of schooling has existed where those who possessed higher faculties sought to teach those willing to develop their own. Today, we give to these schools either the name esoteric or mystery schools, and the instruction one receives there is called esoteric or occult teachings. This form of education goes back to a time before even speech was developed among humans, a time that theosophists call the Lemurian Age, about 34.5 million years ago. The Lemurians did not have speech. They did not have writing. The mind had yet to even develop memory. And so, when an idea would arise in one's mind, it would float away almost as quickly as it came. Even though the common Lemurian mind was primitive, to compare it exactly to that of an animal wouldn't be entirely accurate, because the human mind, body, and soul, for one, has the capacity for change and evolution. The Lemurian mind was first developed through the education of the children, more specifically through the development of the will. The boys would be made to endure unimaginable feats of pain to harden them against a world full of giant reptiles and dangers lurking around every corner. Facing each other, the boys would have contests that would make the Spartan way of life seem like a trip to Disneyland. Through this type of training, the boys could also better protect and serve their communities. This type of training had its benefits, but it was through the education of the female that the mind's true spiritual evolution would gain wings to soar to new heights. The girls were hardened, not like the boys. Girls were placed in the middle of storms, for example. They internalized and became one with the elemental forces of nature. They also watched the boys while they were in combat, and thus grew a deep appreciation for the boys and what they were made to endure. In this way, within the female mind, the first germs of memory were developed, and with that came basic laws of nature. Of course, this type of education wasn't common for everyone. Most Lemurians lived their lives in an animalistic, primitive type of way. But this overview shows us the fundamental nature of how our minds can grow, and it is in this basic, time-tested way that we can develop our own innate spiritual nature. Much more can be said of the Lemurians and women's role in the early fundamental evolution of humanity, but that we'll have to save for a future video. The spiritual forces and faculties within each one of us have not yet been degenerated. There's still time to awaken this sleeping giant. I hope that you join me on our journey into the light. I'm your host, Monty Taylor, and I am privileged to be a New World Theosophist and grateful to bring to light the extensive work of Dr. Steiner. On this channel, we focus only on the knowledge and wisdom Dr. Steiner passed on regarding spiritual health and spiritual development. Although Dr. Steiner's work touches on every aspect of human activity, it is in this realm that we will devote the majority of our efforts. It is a great honor, indeed, to bring this knowledge to you. And please, in the comment section, let me know where you're at in your spiritual awakening, in your spiritual journey. And if you found this video intriguing, subscribe and smash that like button. Again, I'm your host, Monty Taylor. Thank you for watching Modern Day Occult, New World Theosophy. Have a good day.